welcome in everyone, and thank you Xanacash for the follow. Welcome into the community. I hope everyone is doing absolutely fine and just having a little bit of fun with Tomb Raider Anniversary. I'm just doing some casual stuff. I had just an itch to play this, and so I am. I'm just wondering which way should I tackle first? I'm supposed to have a few things outside I can collect first. Why don't I transition to a larger screen? That would make more sense. Anyway, welcome in everyone. Bear with me a second just to change one setting. Be right back with it. I'm not going anywhere, I just need to change one setting so the sound won't get annoying. Should do it. But yep. I'm just having a casual day when I'm just playing some games. I don't know if we're going to play this for a long time. Actually, I shouldn't come here. I don't have anything I can use. Oh, that makes no sense then. I just need to find stuff in the house. I think the library has our pistols. This sounds so unnecessary. Excuse me for that. I have to say I have a very lazy day today. I have absolutely nothing useful. Just casually playing some stuff and just having a chill. Ah, yes. The map.
No wonder Father never got lost. I'm sorry, I'm not having this. Jesus, I don't know why this sound is occasionally just popping in. That's where the pistols are. Now all I need is something to shoot.
This could come in handy.
Now we can get into the garden.
This belongs down in the garden. What's it doing in here? That's better.
Definitely. Let's see. Should I go to the garden straight away? I think so, because there's a rope, a grapple. And without the grapple, I can't complete the gym. I totally forgot how things are set up. This craft manor is a little bit different from the TR Legend one. Bartholomean, hello, welcome in.
This just proves time never stands still.
How are you doing? Welcome in. I hope you're having a great day. It's a Thursday, close to weekend for a lot of people. So I hope people are hopeful for a chill weekend coming in. I'm personally having a few days of holidays, so not a lot of work, but a lot of chill times with gaming and all that kind of stuff. Watching some Netflix. Blood test. Just a routine test or something. Oh yeah, I have to say I used to be like tougher when it comes to that. But I kind of like, I don't know, it's something in the subconscious, I believe. It's just the ability to properly get through any blood-related stuff. I used to be better at it, like it didn't used to affect me, but... Yeah, I never felt convenient. I mean, the notion, I do understand the science behind all of this, blood tests and all that kind of stuff, but I just never felt comfortable with a metal needle going into my bloodstream to take some of my blood out. We might have run into each other on any other Tomorrow streams on occasion, and stranger things have happened. I couldn't say how many times I've run into people I just came to know because I run into them on someone else's stream I was just watching.
This should help getting into those hard-to-reach places. This should make for a shorter return trip.
This should do this, this should do that. Right. I'll need a few things to get this working. How are you, Nate, today? Hanging in there at least? You don't always have to feel smashing or anything like it, but just hanging in there. Now that's how Legend Laura should look like. She should have the braid. Legend Laura with the braid looks so much better. I'm from central Poland. It's not a problem. I'm not hiding it. Central Poland, close to Warsaw, but not directly there. There used to be a Jewish ghetto in my city. My city used to be a capital after the Second World War, if it means anything. I have to say I like the German anniversary more than Legend. It's just more fun because there's more stuff to do. Going here, I guess. Are you visiting the Comic Cons? I've never been to any of those. Ah, great. Must be a smaller town. To be honest, we have so many unusually named towns and cities in the country. It's sometimes hard to keep track of them. Wait, how are we standing statistically wise? So I must have collected that. Yeah, that didn't ring a bell or something on our side, but yeah, Poland before the war was different than it is now, and I'm not even speaking about anything other than geography. But now you're living in England, I understand. There you go, that should help.
Nope. It's okay. My streams are usually in English, so no need to worry. That did it. I wish the camera was a bit more supportive, but you can't expect a good camera if this is a Crystal Dynamics game. I think ever since Tomb Raider Soul Reaver 2, they haven't done a decent third-person perspective camera, so... Oh, really? Yeah, I like the custom levels that tackle Anniversary and Legends. Sometimes people have such great ideas. Thank you to the Talmanian for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. Not sure how big a Tomb Raider fan you are, but everyone's welcome. Oh, well, the things people have pulled off in level editor, it's only a matter of time if they will make something almost on par with Legend or Anniversary, like not only visually but technically. Oh, thanks Griffin for the look. Only have completed a few of the games. Oh, that's fine. Some of those games are really hard and punishing, so can't blame you. My first Tomb Raider appeared to be one of the hardest and longest Tomb Raiders in history, so I think it's been beaten in completion time for a newbie so much so far. Tomb Raider 4 was always a little bit of a bitch. Oh, the PS2 version of Underworld. Oh my god. You have played a totally different game than everyone else.
I thought I'd lost this.
I have never played the PS2 version, mostly because my first PlayStation was PlayStation 3, and that was well after I got my Xbox 360. The PS2 is a totally different game because it has totally different locations, I mean, everything is different outside of the story, I think. I don't know who built it, but they didn't do a good job. The game seems atrocious. I've seen some gameplays. Actually, never a stream, but I suppose I can't blame people for not streaming a game that was not a good one. But I'm not gonna lie, I really prefer the Xbox and PC versions. I was gonna try and start a time trial, shall we? Really, the Kraken blocked you. That's interesting. Most people really find that riddle relatively easy. Recently played it on stream. I think it's still my VOD. I'm still like mid through Underworld. Why am I picking up stuff? What's the logic? I suppose 1 or 2 more items make much difference. Ooh, I never knew this could kill me. Well, I guess you learn something new every day. It. That didn't work well. I think it should be already on my YouTube channel if anyone wants to see. Kraken is actually easy. It's just you just need to like. Well, you need to bang its head a little bit. I've seen some gameplay on Anniversary, from Anniversary on the Wii, and I've got to say that had some ingenious ideas, like deciphering documents, printing them or something like it. These mechanics are quite fun. Oh, for fuck's sake, why did she grab? That's cheating. And you know, I do really like ideas where the game allows you to interact with it more physically, and I think that's a big shame that I think it should be ported to Nintendo Switch because that game would have really worked on Switch as well. The Nintendo Wii version, of course. Corridors. Well, they had to figure out a way to say, I suppose. Piss off, stupid cat. Not gonna bother. What I need to bother with is the stupid mummies. You haven't played the PSP version by any chance, Nate? That was a festival of corridors. Because of the loading had to be extended, they changed a lot of connections between the areas. So they like extended these tunnels to a point where they're really ridiculous. And I'm not even like exaggerating. I remember that Greece was very painful because of that. I totally didn't want that. Yeah, I remember that. The Engage version of TR1, I think it was like pretty decent. I always wanted to have Engage because I would be able to play Tomb Raider on the go, but I never got it. It was too expensive over here, and it's not like we had a lot of money back then, so never had it. Sadly, it would have been so cool though, having a dedicated Tomb Raider onto my mobile and being able to play it normally. Especially there was still at the time of there was an Engage on Underworld Engage version. I didn't know that. I thought it was a Tomb Raider. Like the Tomb Raider 1.
Well, they did, like, through the Legend, Anniversary, and Underworld, those games were probably published on the most number of consoles from the entire... Like, these ports were, like, on the entire list of consoles and platforms. It was on mobile. I remember Tomb Raider Legend on mobile was a very different and weird experience. Can't say it wasn't fun though. It was just very interesting because it was so different from what you knew from like the PC or Xbox port. What is funny is that some of the retail versions of Tomb Raider Legend did not have the next generation content on PC because the publisher decided that people in Poland can't afford computers that can run on the next gen, so they didn't bother. Fuck off, you stupid cat. I hate you. Oh god, I'm really massacring. This isn't going well. I have to check the gameplay. I've never had the opportunity to actually see it in my life. Oh, fuck off! Yeah, sure, put me through a wall, you piece of shit. Yeah, Didn't even strike me, just touching me causing damage me. I fucking hate these cats. They're the worst. See how it looks like because I didn't even know that there was an N-Gage version of Underworld. Just so curious. I didn't even know why this music is here. You don't give these rats too much time to actually let this music shine. This music is cool, it's just like there's no room for it here. I didn't even why is it here? Makes no sense. So if I could ask, which one is your favorite Tomb Raider Dominion out of all that you have played? I don't know why they even
bothered to publish all the main games on consoles, which literally shouldn't have them.
Aha.
Hey, Fabian 971, come in. Yeah, what are you doing today? How's your day? I'm doing absolutely smashing. Just having an attempted time trial for anniversary in Egyptian sections. My day is absolutely wonderful. Just having some Tomb Raider play and yeah, I get to hang out with one of my favourite games. Just enjoying my holidays really. Having 2 weeks off and I'm just enjoying them the way I like, playing my favourite games. Sorry, Mr. Crocodile, your hissing is making no impression on me. You stupid cat, you're cheating. Where's this one came from? I'm gonna regret it. You stupid cheating cats. God damn it. I'll need this before the day ends. Nope. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, why don't you just fucking kill me, you stupid cats. Oh, you fucking stupid cats. I hate them. They don't give you a chance to do anything, and you really need to be, like, super fast to avoid their strikes. Yeah, now you can kiss my ass. Because I'm falling down. Well, if you can't climb up this, then you're a very lame kitty. Goodbye. I freaking hate this. Even mummies can be managed easier. Oops. Or not. Well, just said it about time. Oh well. Wasting time fighting this piece of shit.
without the fights, this level would be very fast, but because of all those enemies, which none of them are easy, it's just a bigger problem than it's supposed to be. But what is a game without making it harder, right? Yeah, I'd like to do pistols only because, although I'm running a time trial, so I guess it doesn't matter. But I do like to use the pistols only. When I play the main game, I always use only the pistols. Yeah, I remember that Xbox version, it's something with the sounds when it comes to those mechanisms. Well, I guess shooting yourself in the foot is one way to call it. I just prefer a challenge. That's fine, everyone chooses their own playthrough, play style. Oh, now the kitty can't touch me. Should be able to do this, only you need to do one riddle and 19 level. And this riddle is relatively easy. I fucking hate that when you miss this, the game kind of forces you to use the dodge bullet time. I don't like to use it. It's fucking useless. This should have sitting human. Nope. I knew it's the last one. This one should have the green stuff here. Well, if I did it right, it should get everything. There you go. What is evil in these time trials is that technically camera flybys waste time because they don't stop the time, and I find it really frustrating. It's very inconvenient, but I guess it comes with the challenge. Although Tomb Raider Legends tackled it differently. This one's going to be interesting with all those riddles. Let's see. I like this level though. so much unnecessary time. And this game loves to waste your time with stupid things. There we go. Wasting time with the flyby camera when I can't move. It's just so unfair. Camera isn't very complimentary here. Can't say I appreciate it. The way it just plays is just annoying. These mummies are so stupid, you can simply avoid them altogether. But I think the Xbox version is a bit more lush with colour than the PC and the PlayStation 2 port. I think like the PC version was kind of bland when it comes to colours. Saturation and contrast were also very annoying. The Xbox version looks so much better. Hey Divide, welcome in. How's your day? How are you doing? What you up to? Bye. I meant the mummy, of course. All I need to do is climb this atrocity. Bit tired today. Well, take it easy if you can. Do you rest perhaps? Over the rain. Hasn't since Monday. It hasn't rained a drop. I mean, at least in my city. I don't know about the rest of the country. Come on, move out. quiet. We had like a huge storm on Monday, and then it's just like went very, very quiet. It's just cold. It's just like we're having September weather in mid-August, which is very weird. Haven't got used to it yet, but I think my papa appreciates it more than I do, because I mean I appreciate it too because the heat that we had was unbearable, but what I mean is that it just went from overly hot to awfully cold, and it's just so weird and stressful as well. I mean, maybe not stressful, but you know, you gotta like immediately. It's not healthy for sure, but you have to like immediately change your clothing from summer, when I was literally wearing flip-flops all the time, to something heavier, and that's kind of weird. No, don't fucking fall. Jesus, Marvel, why the fuck? I hate this game because it's so bugged. I mean, I love it, but this game has such buggy climbing on ledges that she climbs and then she falls down, and it's so ridiculous because you can never tell when this will happen. Like, sometimes she climbs on the ledge and it's fine, and sometimes she just falls off, like it suddenly gave away. Stop playing. So I'm missing a scarab, and I think the scarab is here. Is that right? Yeah, this is a seal. No fun biking weather. Yeah, that's exactly the point. And I used to like take a long hikes with my pupper. During the hot heat we couldn't, because he would get easily and quickly exhausted. But that has gone so cool now. Okay, so many people in this location make one base mistake. They activate the bloody riddle. Oh, I mean the mechanism. Okay, you're gonna have to kill me, right? Of course you have to kill me. They didn't give me a chance to like draw weapons or anything like it. Just love fighting with these mummies. That went sloppy. Uh-oh. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm fucking this up. I'm not gonna complete this time trial on time. God damn it! Why didn't she grab? Of course. Sure. It's totally not unfair or anything. Totally. Yep. Goodbye. And you never know which side that stupid blade is going to be rotating, so it's really just trial and error and trying your luck. Skill has nothing to do with this corridor. they made it, but they never actually tested it. It feels like it's an untested field, and no one ever verified whether it's fair for the player or not. They just, yeah, can you toss some blades, rotating blades here? Yeah, sure, go ahead. And they just toss them in, just for the fun of it, and never tested whether this makes the gameplay any way viable. It's just so ridiculous. Done with it now, luckily. Are you fucking kidding me? Why did you jump over there like this? Lara, you're such a... all over again. Taking damage serves you right. Screwed this level up for me. Easiest way, draw weapons and just roll. By the way, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Oh, and I took a wrong side. That's funny. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, this isn't going particularly well. I remember playing this on PlayStation 2 in my friend's place, and I remember that it was so different from what I got used to on Xbox. It was so weird. I mean, technically the level design is identical, but there's something weird about it. It just feels strange. Mostly because of the color palette is different and anything else too. Mostly because of the colors and the textures and the lighting. It's so basic on the PS2 and PC. It's also so weird that this game actually on PC looks like PS2. Well, unless you add some effects, but I'm talking about the vanilla version of the game. And another camera that blocks you from moving. Which is so unfair. Can't even begin to press it. Oh, by the way, if you replay this level separately, kitties are not dead from your previous encounter. The game assumes you have not completed the earlier section of the stage. I like the echo from the corridor. Like 3 minutes left. Alright. Let's try the last level. Sanctuary of Iskeon. I don't like either of these costumes.
stop hissing and die? Oh, they took so much life. Oh, I made a mistake, haven't I? Yep. I'll restart it, that was terrible. Also, I need to use different weapons for those monsters. Actually, there is a method of avoiding fighting them, like, fairly. Which I guess saves the time. Oh. Well, that was better. Generating cam 0. Welcome in. I am absolutely fine. I'm doing better than fine, but just having some chill. I mean, not so chill. This game is kind of working on my nerves sometimes. There you go. I'm going to pick this med pack up. I'm doing good. How are you? How are you doing? What brings you here? Is it Lost Tomb Raider or? There is an ongoing anniversary celebration for it. I do believe there was mention that some more anniversary streams for Legend and Anniversary are coming at the end of the month. Although I have to say I'm super hyped for Underworld, mostly because I think there's a chance that they will showcase the DLCs. I do have them and I intend to play them after I finish Tomb Raider Underworld. Yep, I do often come to other channels whenever I can, when I have the time. It's not a secret that I'm a huge Tomb Raider fan since, well, at least 20 years past. So yeah, I've been playing these games, every single from the first one to the last one. All the time, like, yeah, there are other titles I played, that's for sure. But yeah, Tomb Raider's like my beloved franchise. Could be faring a little bit better, but still relevant, still being published, and still being developed, which is a good thing. Who is it? Let me just... I didn't know that it's so bad. Sorry about that. No one ever said that there was a problem with hearing me. I hope it's better. I lowered down the game volume. There we are. Alright, thanks for letting me know. I'll definitely keep an eye out on that. The game is loud on Xbox, so I might have taken that into account. I can't make my mic louder, it's up to maximum right now, so should do better now. I mean, I hope the game is still audible, but which is funny, I can make my game louder but not myself. It's not funny. There we are. Currently replaying Tomb Raider 3. Ooh. Well, that's a tough one. Tomb Raider 3 is one of the hardest classic Tomb Raiders. I used to dislike it, like genuinely dislike it, but played it a little bit and I think I kind of like overcame my fears about the game and now I can more or less play it comfortably. Yeah, it's always hard. It's just like, it's the difficulty, you know, and I try to like test if I can challenge myself to do like no save run for TR3, but Jesus, that game punishes you on so many occasions. Like, everything in this game is like aimed at the player to challenge them. They added poison to snakes and those huge lizards, which gradually decreases your health. The complexity of the levels, they kind of like forced you to take dangerous routes because there is no other way. Yeah, the game definitely is a challenge. And it throws mad NPCs at you all the time to scare you off or like kill you. Everything to challenge the player. But oh well. Sorry, taking a sip. I need to remember to hydrate. Well, that was flawless. Wish I could say I always accomplish this so flawlessly, but it's actually one of my better runs today when it comes to Sanctuary. Hurry, 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 Laura, no time. Absolutely no time to waste. You know, I think it's even harder to play Tomb Raider 3 if you know it, because you think you know it and it shouldn't be this hard. And that game kind of like humbles you because it always becomes to, like, learns to become a problem for you. I don't know how to describe it better, but it definitely feels like even the replayability value is still high, like it's still challenging because of the way the game was put. Yeah, and you know, even if you know the layout of the level, it's not always a guarantee that you will not die over something absolutely stupid and atrocious, because it has so many points where it challenges you as a player. Yeah, I'm not bothered with that mummy. I have to watch more of Calypso's because he's a huge Tomb Raider 3 stan and he's been playing it like almost all the time. I've seen him playing it on PlayStation 1, which is also a huge challenge with the save crystals and everything. Yeah, people at Core were real assholes in some aspects because when they created those games, they really wanted to like punish the player on occasion. I guess, should I expect a horsey? A happy horsey! Haha, stupid horsey, fell into a stair trap. I can load you with with bullets, and you're gonna kill me. Oh, still Tomb Raider 4. Was like my first ever Tomb Raider, and that game really punishes you when you don't know what to do. And because of the backtracking, which requires you to revisit levels, you don't always know where to go in which direction. So yeah, that game is a bitch. But back then, when these games came out, they usually came out with some sort of guide, strategy guide, which is not something common these days. So I think playing of these games required a little bit of different skill set. Get off me, you piece of shit. Just 1 or 2 bullets from dying. But I have to say Tomb Raider 4 is actually my favorite title. I do understand where you're coming from saying it's confusing, because I remember how confused I was 20 years ago when I played it for the first time. Not really having a good knowledge of English, not really knowing what the fuck I'm doing and what the game expects of me. That was my first ever contact with Tomb Raider, and I remember it took me months to complete it. So it is definitely punishing in terms of like... Yeah, exactly. So those were different times. In the 90s, games came out on a little bit different, to a different market, and they were like marketed differently. It's a complex thing. Though I actually love the Sphinx complex the most out of the entire... Yeah, underneath the Sphinx, I mean, it's like one of my favorite sections. It's so Egypt-y and so Tomb Raider. I mean, it does, but it's not logical. That's the problem. The biggest problem with the 3 pressure plates riddle at the beginning of the underneath the Sphinx is that it is not logical. Because it requires you to follow the order of the letters of the alphabet to gain access to the main riddle, and that is something that makes no sense because it provides you a hieroglyphic translation of the letters, but they should not be in the same order as like Latin alphabet because it makes no sense. It should be in the order of the Egyptian alphabet, which obviously the game couldn't teach you. So that riddle ultimately should be a little bit differently hinted, because the way it was implemented was unclear and very confusing to lots of people. So I totally get what you mean by saying that this one was a tough one, but I don't really remember how I overcame it. It was 20 years ago and I played this game like millions of times later on, so I had the chance of actually playing that on the Tomb Raider's official community stream back in May, only 2 days after my birthday, so that was awesome. That was way back when I was barely even affiliate, and I had no idea what to do. I really just had no grasp of streaming stuff. Alright, got 15 minutes to tackle the 2 statues section and then the column section. This is gonna be a biggie. This is gonna be a tough one. Left. But I still like, for the atmosphere and the climate, I like the Sphinx complex and every single thing in the pyramids and all that kind of stuff. Masterverse, I just love those sections. I was so happy that I actually got those sections for my playthrough, because I think I did this game no justice when I was playing it, because I knew how to tackle it and I managed to do it with a single playthrough, and I think that was the first time when I played it that I got the most of the secrets. I think I was missing two or three in total of the 70 secrets that the game has. So I was proud of myself back then. I still am, because it's still out there. I'm not sure if they put up the playlist from TR4, to be honest. I don't think that every single person has actually added something. I think everyone uploaded a VOD, but yeah, that one was awesome. I mean, TR4 was like the biggest, most ambitious community stream so far, because it's the longest game in the franchise. Now you can kiss my ass. There you go. 14 minutes. Let's do this right. I can't agree with that because of every location was so much different. I mean, that's maybe my impression because I played through every single level of it. So I know that this game I mean, yeah, sure, it's set up in the same location, but so did every other Tomb Raider in the past 8 years, at least 8 or 9. I think like about 8 or 9 years, but since we've got the reboot on. How dare you hit me, you bitch? Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm just going to fuck you up because I can't be bothered. Piss off. Takes so much unnecessary time. Alright, let's do this. Blood. There's no bad blood on those streams. They're super fun. Sure, I might not be fond of every streamer over there, so if I don't like someone, I just don't watch them. But the entire community stream is super fun, and there's so much stuff you find out. Like, I remember AOD when Trinity started. She has such knowledge of the game, and she prepared so well for it. I was just so astonished with the amount of knowledge she managed to present over the course of her playthrough. Now on Xbox, this location is beautiful. There we are. Wow, this water really adds atmosphere. Well, from what I hear, there will be a lot of new faces on the community streams, faces that we have not seen before, or like have been seeing only once. So I think it will be like a lot of fresh people in. I'm kind of more interested how they're gonna tackle streams of the reboot games, because the reboot games are longer than the classics or even LAU trilogy. Tackling like Rise is going to take a lot of time, and I'm not even exaggerating. Oh, right, I can't do this. Shit, I have to do this the old-fashioned way because there's no box over there. whole month, yeah, but it's not like they're gonna take a whole month of streaming. They want to like show this on one stream usually. So I'm thinking they will have the streamers just showcase particular sections of these games, like maybe not the open world hub aspect of those titles, because the reboots are really long when it comes to like exploring. I'm not even talking about completionists finding everything in the games, but like, yeah. There's definitely going to be a lot of work put into this. That's it. I was wondering if I still remember. Oh, every game has more than one streamer, but I think it's like they're gonna ask people to have prepared progression from certain locations, because you can't save in particular sections of the game like manually, because there's very little save slots for those games. So there's like only a few options you have. Yeah, I know what Nate is talking about, and I kind of see the issue here. There are certain members of the community which have obviously contributed greatly to the community, but yeah, there is a problem of them being kind of like, the character isn't always complementing the content, if you know what I mean. It's like they sometimes just take out their own personal problems in the way they express themselves, and it's not considerate for everybody. So I do see Nate's problem in the terms of like, I understand it, and I kind of like, yeah, I feel their same way, and I just stay away from there's certain people. I don't want to throw names, I don't want to like throw bad light over anybody, but yeah, there are people who's just like, they seem troubled, and although that doesn't justify being an asshole to people, so are you fucking kidding me? It fucking killed me. Yeah, sure, got it. Can you fuck off? I fucking hate these stupid horses. Oh god, I fucking hate those. I mean, I guess every community has like issues and that kind of stuff, so it's hard not to find like bullies and all that kind of crap. I've never actually been a witness to much of that kind of things that Nate is mentioning, but I definitely know what he's talking about in terms of certain people, because I had like a similar issue with terms of how they are treating others and being kind of abusive, and they think that it's funny, and it's not necessarily funny to some people, and they just can't find the consideration to just really hold their tongue when they don't have anything intelligent or interesting to say, and they just keep babbling about shit that doesn't make sense. So
So yeah, there are people with problems. Too bad they just take out their problems. I just think that people should be more considerate. I'm trying to like stay away from too much banter on the streams wherever I go if I'm on other people's streams. Because some people just like to turn things around and just make you feel bad about yourself, which is very unfair. I tried to reach out to one of those people and try to like be civil about it, and you know, try to like bury the hatchet, but all I found out was hostility and unwillingness to even talk like civil people. So I just I backed off. I don't want to be bothered. It's not my problem. Yeah, there has been some issues, but like every community has it, so it's not like it's something new. It's just that if you're not looking for some of those cases, you don't see them. So.
But it is my face.
No, I actually get to see the cutscene.
What have you to say for yourself?
The gods favor action, not counsel.
Yet it is this council that rules.
Now that is a very weird
Rule
wheelchair
over nothing.
while back.
Atlantis is in ruin. Nothing can change that. Everything must burn. Only then can the seventh age begin.
You choose a path to madness. I wash my hands of you. For your treachery. For using the knowledge of the Scion to unleash.
There are no
our
wheels,
armies
it's just like
against
leg
us.
chair, you know. Because I think he's crippled in a way. I think it's like something that Nutla did to him.
Condemn you to shame in the frozen limbo of eternity.
It cannot be stopped. The wheels of Cathar are already in motion. Doom will find you both. And I rise from the dust of your bones to finish what I've started.
I think I prefer the execution scene from Tomb Raider 1, to be totally honest.
It was you. You were the Queen of Atlantis. Once. And the Scion holds its history.
It holds far more than that. All the knowledge of the ancients. Things none of you could even comprehend.
What is the seventh age?
How far are you willing to go to find out, Lara?
I don't know what is
Not far
SFM,
enough, I'm afraid. Kill her quickly. We have work to do.
but it's very
I'm gonna
weird.
enjoy
sure.
this.
Enjoy watching. I'm cutting.
Oh wow, I saw the cutscenes. Yeah, I'd like to save my rewards. I wonder what cheats are available when I'm having this. Rewards, specials. Oh, that's why the style units is it's the proposed looks for the anniversary before it was actually greenlit, I think. I wonder if that's the thing that actually made Core Design lose their anniversary
Hi, my name is
edition.
Andy Wood, and I'm the art director on Tomb Raider Anniversary. Welcome to the style units. The style units are 4 sectors, each corresponding to a quarter of Tomb Raider Anniversary. We have a unit for Peru, one for Greece, one for Egypt, and the final one for Lost City. Each one of these areas was kind of a practice area for the art team, something that we used in pre-production where we could practice our art style, try and establish what kind of reference material and architecture we wanted to use, and to really nail down the look of the game before we moved into full production.
I do have a feeling like this is more like this is what they made very quickly to show to actually compete with Core's 10th anniversary edition to simply steal it from them. 'Cause I don't know how many people know about it, but yeah, the way the Tomb Raider anniversary was conceived, kind of nasty business. Well, there are two versions of the story, and in neither of them Crystal Dynamics looks very nicely. It hasn't never been like officially said, obviously, because if they said it, it would have been like about PR, and it's never gonna be like see the light of day. What was the actual truth behind it? But one of the versions assumes that they've literally just like this is actually cool, these dolphin textures. I think I like that reference to Midas's palace very much. Either way, one version says that Crystal was very unhappy with learning the fact that Core is making their own 10th anniversary edition, and they decided to like make their own stuff, and just come to Eidos and says, but we're doing it better and it's gonna be in line visually with Legend, so let's like, can you decide who's gonna take it, you know? And they've all and I think these style units is the thing that they made real quick to show off that they can really put it up very quickly, because this looks very unpolished. I mean, it doesn't even look like a test area. I mean, it feels more like look what we can do so quickly and so much stuff. If we get like full production team and full lead, we can make a full game in very quick time. Because this doesn't even feel like they were trying to aim for St. Francis's Folly. This looks more like Roman than Greek. And you know, Eidos decided to like kill off the end of 10th anniversary edition. Like, you're not making this game anymore. And that's how it ended up. Which is a shame, really, because it would not be a big tragedy if like two studios make their anniversary game. Although I think I would prefer like just one of the studios do it and the other not being divided between two separate games. Well, for one, it took them a very long time to put it up, so they actually didn't make it in time, so it was a belated anniversary. I can't say anniversary edition was close to completion. I think it was still well and long time before it could actually be completed, so I don't know if Core would actually make it on time either. There was not a full team involved. I mean, I don't think they have like the entire team involved in it, and I think it would take them a little longer to polish it, because the state it was like halted in was very like preliminary, even for a PSP game that maybe later was supposed to be like made onto PC version. Can't say I didn't never enjoy Anniversary. I really liked it. I still like it. I think it's a decent title. Yeah, exactly. A lot of team left after Angel of Darkness felt like a flop. Oh, there's the exit. I was looking at in the column. And they weren't using the same engine they were familiar with. Like, this wasn't AOD engine, or even the... I think it wasn't even the free running engine. There was this totally free different engine they used, or maybe free running engine. I don't really know. But it definitely was an AOD engine for sure. There's also... This is deceiving because this isn't Lost City. This is Nutless Mines, so it's not exactly style unit for the Lost City. Oh, I can't climb out. Oh, I can climb out here. Yeah, that's another thing. I do have a huge problem because PSP in 2006 was already in decline. PS Vita was hinted. And because already PlayStation 3 and Xbox One, Xbox 360 was like the thing. Launching an anniversary game strictly for PSP kind of feels problematic. I don't think, like... This is a very complicated matter, because I think they should have been given a shot, but they also should have been given, like, more resources than just doing an anniversary game only for PlayStation Portable, because... Oh, DJ Full, welcome in. I'm gonna quit the style units. Hello, welcome in. How are you, DJ? I hope you're doing fine. Not bad, at least. How's business? Thinking about which level to replay. Yeah, I think they were kind of like... They already kind of condemned Core. Wait, I need to see what extras do they earn. Oh, cheats are here. Ooh, I like it. Textureless mode doesn't work here, does it? Oh, it does. Oh dear. Oh, this is so fucking weird. I forgot about this. Oh my god, that's so weird. Okay, let's try doing, yeah, there was a lot of mess for Konami back then. Let's see what will I get as a reward for time trial. I have an infinite breath. I'm only got 17 minutes to complete it. Damn, they really like push the screw. Do I still need to like look for my weapons? Oh my god, I don't have my weapons. Oh, that is so bad. My doggo just woke up. He feels like, I don't know what's going on. What's up, Fluffer? Oh, for fuck's sake, I love this rope. She never grabs it the first time I'm trying it. Such a waste of time. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about Anniversary Edition. It feels more like an attempt at an actual game to be made. I mean, yeah, I appreciate that they were like working off the original levels, like they kept the level structure and everything. But some of the gameplay choices were like directly from TR1, and I don't think they would work in like the same time, like straight after Legend. It just wouldn't work, especially that they kind of like hinted visually that this is going to be on par, or visually at least, with Legend, because Lara looks like the retrospect Lara from TR Legend, and it's weird. I'm just not sure if I like the art direction either, and I'm just not sure if I'm fond of how Anniversary Edition looked like. Yeah, it kind of looked like they were trying to do a HDMI remaster, but using a completely new engine, because they kept a lot of mechanics which didn't make sense, even not entirely back in the time these games came out. And yeah, it's weird. It's definitely something I would rethink if I was a game dev at that time. But they wanted to give something. I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it. I mean, I appreciated that they wanted to do something for the anniversary. I really just feel like they should have been given a shot to do a decent, proper Tomb Raider game. But I think the decision was already made back then, and they weren't even gonna get a shot. Whether Crystal Dynamics would have gotten involved and snatched it from under the nose or not, I think they would still be turned down. I don't think the Anniversary Edition would ever get published, because at some point well, to be honest, enemies were so stupid in the original classics. Well, they're hell-bent on killing Lara whatever happens. The AI wasn't the strongest suit for them. So to be honest, anything can be less... Oh, for Christ's sake, I always overjump it. So the AI for those classic games always had left a little bit to be desired. Sure. Okay. Thank God these rats don't jump or anything like it. Do it. Oh yeah, the TL1 had these rats in the size of a normal cat. They were just so enormous. But to be honest, rats can really get big if they have enough food and opportunity to breed without any sort of population control, like any enemies in the vicinity. They can really grow. They can sometimes be the size of a real cat. So I guess in that sense they were not entirely unrealistic. It's just like all of them were same size and they were all oversized, so they were kind of scary in that sense. Oh, I hate that the camera changes here like this abruptly. Oh, come on. This is a waste of time. Move. And move. Favorite game or favorite Tomb Raider? Because that's a very different question. Favorite Tomb Raider of all time, because I do have a favorite Tomb Raider of every era, but if I will be talking about every single Tomb Raider, like the entire franchise, I would still have to say Tomb Raider 4. I know that people hate it because it was so long, it was so complicated, and some people complain it was like keeping in the same location. But I think I like it the most. Mostly because it's taking place in Egypt entirely, and the story is so monumental with the threat of an ancient deity being released into the world and causing a lot of destruction and chaos. I always liked that notion and liked that idea, so it was the closest to me. But it was also because that game was my first Tomb Raider ever. So obviously I am biased in the terms of like I like it the most because it was my first and because I spent so much time with it. I come to like, I just think that out of all of the classics it had the most grown-up story, if you take my meaning. Like, the story itself is very adult, and I appreciate it. I like it that way. It just vibes with me properly. I like the idea that Von Croy became so overconfident over his own ability to be a Tomb Raider and adventurer that he ignores every single thing he warned Lara about. And at some point, 30 or I don't know how many, 20 years later, I don't know, she became similarly arrogant in her confidence that she does what she does and it's all fine. But she was always her own person, so she always pursued her own things. I really dislike when she's being presented as, oh, she was a hero. No, she was not a hero. She was doing her own thing. If she ever helped humanity, it was because it was also her own goal to like obtain a trinket. But it was never like, oh, I'm gonna have to save humanity or something. No, she was always her own person, and I like that. Oh, here's Larson. Hello. Can we just shut you up, please? Thank you. Goodbye. But I like the irony that she does the very same thing as he did at the very beginning, so her arrogance kind of puts everyone in jeopardy, and she almost pays the same cost as Von Croy paid at the end of the introduction, where they almost died, and we assume they were dead. It's funny because there's a huge parallel between what happens with Lara and what happens with Von Croy, both in this game and later in Angel of Darkness. Do I need to push the button again? I think I need to. Yeah, she was kind of an anti-hero. That's one of the reasons why I just dislike the ideas that Toby Gard had for the character. Like, he wanted her to spend time with orphans and something like that. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm so glad that these ideas were shot down by people like Vicky Arnold and others. I mean, sure, at some point in the past, she probably must have had the moral struggle of killing the first person in that stood in her way, but oh, for Christ's sake, I'm wasting time. But I don't think that Anniversary was the time to show that struggle. Oh, this is gonna be tight. I don't think I can do it in time. Like 6.5 minutes. Shut up. Whoa. That was a fucking fast one.
Not so hard now, are you?
But I like that she no longer hesitates to shoot a human being. It's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm past that moment. I'm no longer gonna, like, look behind me. These guys need to die. Kinda made sense. Yeah, she's like, die bitches, I'm just gonna kill everyone who stands in my way. That kind of thing. I mean, to be honest, the animals that attacked her, she was kind of like defending herself. I don't have a problem. Oh yeah, totally. I hope that Megan will bring good news in terms of like these DLCs being available on PC as well. I can totally understand, and I think these DLCs really should be on PC, for Christ's sake. Yeah, I don't think we're getting the OG Lara back. She's gone. She's not gone even with the core. She's gone just because there's no room for her. Introducing a reboot Lara kind of created a problem where you can't ignore certain fans and just bring back the Lara that they do not know, they do not appreciate, because not everyone likes the classic Lara, and it's just bad for business if you're ignoring some fans and the cost of the others. So I don't think we're ever gonna have like 100% classic Lara. She might be moving towards that direction, like approaching that kind of viewpoint, but I don't think she's ever gonna be the same classic Lara like we had in the core era. That does it. I'm just gonna have to do it this way. Hey Sam, welcome in. Hey, good to see you. I haven't played Resident Evil outside of Resident Evil 5 and bits of Resident Evil 7. Yeah, I'm just about to finish this one. Oh god, I need to just go all the way around because fuck you, that's why. I have very little confidence if Unified Lara is going to represent what fans of the old Tomb Raider liked. It can be a mess because these Laras, the reboot one, the classic Lara is just incompatible with the reboot one. They have different bios, and they just don't cooperate. They just don't correspond to one another. Even it's not even about the different bios. It's like it's everything. It's not only the fact that she's like, I don't know, she's rebooted or not rebooted. It's still like the problem behind the fact that they have totally different characters, that they are just not compatible with one another. The Lara in TR1 played for sport, and Lara in Reboot kind of has daddy issues, and she's fixing her daddy's reputation and also addressing her family problems, which just is so derivative. It doesn't fit Tomb Raider, and it's just so tired thing. It's just a so tired topic. It makes no sense. Your best game? I really prefer the Golden Pyramid. Yeah, exactly. Reboot Lara simply doesn't fit that character. She's just not the same person. She has different motivations. Reboot Lara is fixing problems from her own father, and the original classic Lara was like, yeah, I'm doing my own thing. I'm curious, sure. I'm badass, definitely. But there's no compassion. There's no room for it. She's doing her own thing because she can. Yeah, absolutely, exactly that. Even, you know, it's funny because Core kind of wanted to do a reboot, and that's why they chose the opportunity of killing her and returning her in AOV with a different character, maybe more believable. And if they had a shot and they didn't like overjump what they wanted to do with this with AOD, we would probably still have her. She would be like more modern, more fitting the older player. Like she would outgrew her problems from classic times. Like maybe not problems, but the characteristics which would fit the 90s, but not in necessarily modern times. Oh god, no, not this. I hate this tunnel. Atlantean chimney. I mean, I can find something decent that I like in every game, so it's not like I'm totally ditching away the reboot. The reboot had a few ideas which I really liked, and it's not like I hate them totally and I just don't play them, and anyone who likes the reboot is bad or something like that. So it's like everyone can like whatever they like, and it's their thing. But I'm not gonna sit quiet and just ignore the fact that they like replaced the original Lara with the one that is not even mediocre. She's like a completely different person, a person which I not necessarily like. Oh sure, let's waste time because she doesn't want to like do what I want her to do. Sure, let's waste. Yeah, she's around 30-ish in AOD, that's for sure, but I wasn't talking about her age. stop locking to that. Did I not die here? No, they said that the next game is going to take place after the reboots. Not necessarily directly after the reboots, because I think the TV show is going to take place after the reboots directly. So they're not going back to the classic OG Lara. They're doing their own Lara. Oopsie. So, no, they never said that they're continuing the classic Lara. Like, they're not going to unify them by continuing AOD or anything like it. Alright, let's deal with this one. Yeah, she's about... Yeah, but in terms of like the game, they made it... The reboot games are like 1 year apart from one another, more or less. And then the comics take place in the middle of that, so... Yeah, there's no such thing as continuity in terms of like... the time it takes between these games, like between they're released and between the moment they take place is not the same, so... Yeah, the 2013 took place... Like, no, she's less than 25 at the moment. She was, I think she was 25 or 24 before in Shadow of the Tomb Raider. She was 21 in Reboot, 22 or 3 in the Rise of the Tomb Raider. Ah, shit. And she's around 24 or 25 in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, so she's not even she's not even close to 29. Come on, grab the bloody ledge. There you go. Whatever. I hate that cutscene. I have to get back to my Tomb Raider 2 playthrough, Sam, because I kind of started it. I ended up at the beginning of the Tibet, and then I just kind of like other things happened, and I totally forgot about that playthrough. I still have the save game and everything because I haven't played it outside. So TR2 is definitely something I need to get back to. I also like TR2, and I think I should play it more often in general. Oh, sure. I hate those things. Moving piece of shit. What are those things? They look like mincemeat, like they're meat mincers or something. You know, my mom has something in her kitchen that looks exactly like it. from one end. It looks like a hammer for, like, beating up pork chops or something like it. It's just so ridiculous. I don't need to see the camera panning and the door opening. Fuck off. Fuck off, you piece of crap. You can't even take a fucking shot in the face. I hate those bad things. That's what happened. Yeah, the meat tenderizers, exactly. Well, considering half of the Atlantis was filled with meat, I suppose that's only fitting. Yeah, fuck off. No, don't even try to touch me. Oh, that was a close one. Oh, I did this one. Oh, nice. Did the time trial. Alright, this is the final conflict then. Yeah, regular running speed is awful in these games. I really like that Underworld brought back the sprint button. I missed it. Whatever. No, why do you choose this? That's gonna be fast. Here. I told you it's gonna be fast. And it shoots itself. That's why I'm jumping here like crazy. You piece of shit. How did you dare kicking me? Alright, let's try a new trick I learned recently. And that's not the trick. Oh, for fuck's sake, I hate this game when it comes to that stupid bullet dodge thing. It's forcing itself on me. I don't want to use it, and yet the game wants me to. Like, whenever you don't use the dodge, the game punishes you by giving you a granted hit. Ooh. That is interesting. Huh? It doesn't work here. Well, that trick only works on PC then. Alright. No problem with that. So that only works in PC version. They made sure that the That's a good question. Well, obviously, favorite game from each era. It's like the Execvo for. No, maybe not. Like TR4, obviously. From LAU, it would be Underworld. In my opinion, Underworld is like a pinnacle of what Tomb Raider should be, in terms of like what Lara can do in the environment, the amount of options. If the levels were like even more open and multi-layered, would have been even better. But I still think like Underworld is like the pinnacle of what Lara can do. And when it comes to reboot. My favorite of the reboot is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And I know that people complain about Paititi, and I see that complaint. Where is it coming from? Because that level is bloated and too large and slows down the story. And you know, when you when you enter that location, it's just like, yeah, it's jaw dropping, but it has one flaw. You don't feel any emphasis of the end of the world coming. Like, people live their lives, they don't give a shit about anything, they just do their own thing. It feels like a small enclave of a paradise. But still, I think Shadow does good exploration, does good storytelling despite everything. And it has the best location, best tombs. Lara can traverse the environment in the best fluidity, even with her clunky ledge animations, which I really dislike. It's just like the best one of those three out of the reboot era. So yeah, it's Tomb Raider 4, Tomb Raider Underworld, and then there is. Did I open all of them? Seems so. And Shadow of the Tomb Raider, like the best three, in my opinion. In my world, they have the highest rating. I mean, I do get it why people didn't like it, because when I've been watching other people have played Underworld, I've noticed that they have a lot of bugs. It's funny because I've never had the same experience. Maybe I just knew how to play this game and I didn't like deliberately avoid those bugs. It's just like I never run into half of those problems that people had, and I've learned how to work around the camera issues. I'm gonna. Okay, my funny thing. Just my batteries died, as you can see that. That's one of the good and bad things about Xbox. It does that without. It just does one warning and then oh, here you go, we're dead. But I don't even have to stand up. I just had them at the ready. Ooh, that was a close one. Almost died. And I still got 17 minutes to kill Natla. That's gonna be a short one. Whoa, what's with the camera shaking? Yeah, Underworld is addictive. I could play it all the time.
Thousands of years I've waited for this moment. Do you realize what you've done? Blood on your hands.
Yeah, I played it on
Xbox
the first time, and I'm still having the same experience people get. I mean, I got the first time I played it. I don't get the problems that people get. Not less so easy. This looks so different on PC.
I cannot die, you fool. Sooner or later, you'll run out of bullets.
Oh my god, the game let me kill her almost like in one attempt. Bye, Natla.
What have you really accomplished here? Nothing but a temporary stay of execution for your kind.
Another thing that I really like
Just one
about
remnant of
Underworld
that.
is that this
I will
game
find another.
gives you
have
a
lost
very
everything.
easy manner of adjusting the game for your own self. Like, you can disable all kind of stuff that annoys me in every single other Tomb Raider. Like, and not only Tomb Raider, because a lot of games do that. Like, you get the pickup prompts, you get shooting reticles, like the target reticles, or crosshairs, whatever you call them. Hints, all that kind of stuff. You can disable all of it, and that's one of the reasons why I love both Underworld and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, because they both have that option that you can tailor the game to your own self. You can play it the way you like, and that is the pinnacle of what Tomb Raider should really be about. Give you the options. It doesn't have to be like the same level of difficulty for everybody, but if it gives you the options, infinite health, breath, golden shotgun, silver mini SMGs. Ooh, I didn't remember about that. Totally forgot about it. Okay, let's replay the first levels then, and then we can go for Greece. Still prefer anniversary level costume. No, don't care about daddy narration. Oh, they're really all silver. How cool. I never noticed that. But then again, it's been so... Oh my god, I've got only 6 minutes to complete this level. Oh Jesus, I better hurry. I better hustle. Wow, that's a big one. I mean, that's a short time. A big challenge, I think. I mean, the level itself isn't long, but you still gotta cover a lot of terrain. That's another bitch thing in this game. The time trials do not stop for camera panning. Like, that cutscene totally should have stopped the time, but it didn't, and that's a bitch move. I also like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider Underworld. Jesus, I mix these two games up. Because it has like the most complex story in terms of like, can we have just one gun in a holster? Thank you. Yeah, well, that's weird because in Tomb Raider Legend, when you have time trials, the cutscenes, like the story cutscenes, don't have any time running on the time trial, but the panning camera is technically not a cutscene, and because like in Legend they stop, it would have been consistent in Anniversary that they stop here too, but they don't. Bit of an overkill to shoot SMGs against those flying buzzards, but it's okay. You see, I've got only 4 minutes left. Oh, come on. I'm sure they accounted it, but I think they kind of forgot that they are just wasting your time. And when you don't have control over the character and it's still the timer is running, it's not fair, basically. That's the only thing I mean. It's not like it's not something you can overcome, because the level of the game would be unplayable in the fashion of time trials. But still, I think that should be disabled here. Like, it shouldn't be a thing. Alright, I should do it. Nope. Yeah, when you see a camera just panning and you see the timer running and it's like preventing you from reaching the final goal and you've got like last few seconds, it's just incredibly annoying. Where's the doggy? You still don't have the right to do a bullet dodge or charge, so get out of my way. Don't stop running. Whatever you do, don't stop running. And you see that I'm just like 1.5 minutes away, and if like there was a lot of cutscenes here, I would have been very, very lost. I could just restart it there if I had like the last 10 seconds or something. Because you can see the timer is going to be decreased by the time the camera took the moment, the time to pan here, so it's just not very good. There you go. That was easy. I actually managed to do it shorter. But still. Please tell me I'll be after the bear section, please. Please, please, please. Yes, I will be. Ha, fuck off, bear. I'm not talking to you. I'm so glad I don't have to bother with that bear. Fuck the bears. I mean, not literally, but fuck the bear. I also absolutely love both Underworld and Shadow of the Tomb Raider for the amount of swimming you get. Like, the amount of swimming and the way it's been made. You can swim through everywhere you like. The way you like. There are no block locations or areas that prevent you from swimming into an area or something. Oh yeah, totally forgot that. Oh my god, yeah. There is a second meaning to that phrasing. Oh, fuck you, stupid, mindless animal. I hate this bear. He had to, like, throw me into the water, didn't he? I'm gonna kill that fucking piece of shit. Ah, here he comes, like a doggy. I am uninterested in your charge. Also, it's not fair that it didn't touch me, but it still took damage from me. The game cheats when you avoid the dodging. of course you'll enrage. More doggies? Please don't. I love that on the Xbox version she actually gets dirty properly and she gets wet properly. Like the effects in on PC are weird. Like the effect is just better than it did look on PC. I know, stopping. That's one thing that I love about Shadow of the Tomb Raider is that you can disable the hints. Oh god, I love it. So when you do a new playthrough, the game doesn't have to treat you like a brainless child that's doing the game like as if it was the first game I have ever played in my life. What about it? There has been no announcement about Tomb Raider Ultimate Experience so far. There's been just some gossip and rumors about it. Never anything has been announced. What do I have to think about it? What can I say about something that has never been announced, never released, and if it was just a placeholder trade name, doesn't really matter. I don't know, there's nothing to have to think about. I don't think they ever intended to release anything. It was just a... I think every Tomb Raider fan would like to have all of those games released and remastered properly, but... it's a general problem with Square Enix, is that they have priority over their own franchises, and they don't really appreciate those which they've inherited from Eidos. They milk them when they can, but they don't invest in them. They don't want to like spend more pennies than they need to release new games, but they just don't believe that the old games can produce revenue, and they don't like to even think about it. I mean, every other large and self-respecting franchise is remastered, re-released on current platforms. It's only Tomb Raider from the most high-profile titles that have never received proper treatment. It's a miss. It's a huge mismanagement, but it's not something we have any control over. Unfortunately, from what I know, and why do you pick out a shotgun first? I don't use that weapon. It's surely something I would like to have, but I don't know, it's not likely that it's going to happen. The license is going to expire and there's nothing to talk about. Because if the license is going to expire, and yeah, that's because their priority is in Final Fantasy and all of the other Japanese crap they're releasing, and they don't care about Tomb Raider for the very same reason. They do not allow like a secondary brand of Tomb Raider being released. Like I would be more happy that they would announce that they're going to be continuing the reboot the way they intended and made it their own, whatever. But like, if they announce that instead of Lara Croft franchise, they're just gonna do. I mean, instead of Lara Croft standing alone, it's just gonna be a secondary, more classic-oriented, maybe not even AAA game that will have like multiplayer co-op modes, but it's also going to have like single-player experience. Because that would have been dope. But I don't think we're getting it, and well, that was a fast one. Yeah, no one cares about the wolves, thank you. I think they should do the same, and I don't think they will. Because that would require every single game from the entire franchise to be reviewed, redone. Come on, why didn't you grab it? Oh my god. It's funny that I pressed the jump button and she didn't jump. That's the problem. If I understand correctly, the number 1 and 2 franchises are very far away from Tomb Raider. They just prefer their own stuff. I think the biggest problem is that they do not understand Tomb Raider. Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics never had an understanding what the original Tomb Raider was all about. They never understood the character of Lara Croft. They never understood why the original Tomb Raider ever got popular, and this curse is continuing through the franchise ever since they took over. They were very close to actually identifying what Tomb Raider was supposed to be when they did Underworld. And then they rebooted the entire thing. Just when they just actually did the best game ever, and they just... Oh, for sure, they never understood the community because they never were part of it. I think just now, when they're doing the community stuff, they're starting to understand the reasons behind why the community loves Tomb Raider so much. And I'm hoping that this is going to be insightful in some way, that the devs are not just like, oh, let's throw them a bone and celebrate the classics and all of the games, but we're going to still be doing our thing, whatever they say, at the end of the day. I'm hoping that this is like a huge chance for them to get a better understanding why people have this huge followage that, you know, and it's not only like young people or people my age. So I'm like 34 years old right now, and I've been playing Tomb Raider for the past 20 non-stop. And it's just my hope that they will get an understanding why people like me and even older people that are much more mature, they still just have this following for the classic Tomb Raider. Like Arc Raiders, I don't know if you know her, she's doing an amazing job with streaming Tomb Raider games up to a level that she punches through games and levels with such knowledge and detail and huge devotion to these games. Fuck you, game. You fucking piece of shit. Oh, you stupid, crappy little dino. I hate those dinos. Well, my biggest problem with Anniversary is the dodge kill. It's forced upon you. You have to take it because they always will rage at you, and I find it so atrocious. It should have been only limited to bosses. Here it comes. I don't care about the dodge kill. It's OP, it's cheated. And it also forces you to take damage every time an enemy tries to kill you if you fail to do it correctly. And I know how to do it correctly, I just hate it. I just don't like doing it. Yeah, and that mechanic wasn't very good to show off from the beginning, and the way the game has been rigged in terms of the enemy encounters. Every single enemy does that. What was the point? I would very much love to know what was the point for it. Oh no. I know, for Christ's sake. Here. What? How did he not pierce himself? Here. I hope it hurts. Now he's going dramatic. Ugh. And those quick time events, there was too many of them. Too many. Too close. And not very good. Well done. What? Oh dear. That's been a long time since I've seen that one happen. Oh well. Well, at least the checkpoint's here. Yeah, it wasn't a good mechanic. The dodge kill is really like it makes it easy, but it also gives away the challenge. Like, I really like the original Tomb Raider, the classic ones, for the fact that you had to manage an enemy. Like, yeah, sure, the acrobatics and everything were kind of cheesy, but I liked it. I mean, I really liked it. I preferred like Tomb Raider Legend fighting style than Anniversary. Lara, can we please make it? Can we? I was kind of like, I found it very funny when I noticed that Square Enix is hinting Tomb Raider with GOG.com, and I was like, well, 3, 2, 1, people are going to start being enthusiastic about some sort of remakes in just about 3, 2, 1, and then there were posts about, oh my god, they're releasing remakes or remasters. I was like, for real? Why would they do that? I mean, don't get me wrong, I would be very happy, but That's not what they're hinting at. They're probably adding the reboot lame Lara to the GOG alpha, which is kind of a weird move, but I suppose those games will be less atrocious with no DRMs involved. Too bad I already have them on Steam, because I had no other choice. What? What the fuck did you do, Lara? Why did you jump right? Oh my god, she's so clumsy. Oh god. Why? The shotgun, though. I will not end up disappointed because I have no hopes for them. Whatever they do is probably going to be like, oh hey Outgraders, how's your day? I suppose your day is about to begin or something because it's like early morning for you. Or at least the morning. Yeah, I'm just doing some time trials for our anniversary. Oh, stop working an hour. Oh dear. Not much fun today then. Oh, you're doing some anniversary later today. Cool. I don't know. I do have an edge to stream today later after I walk my pupper, but I don't know. Well, I'm glad that at least some of us do, because yeah, my job is atrocious. But there's no rest for the wicked, I guess. Yes, I am streaming the Xbox version, which is the best looking. I ignored the bear and the bear is gone. By the way, crawl spaces can be ignored by just using the pistols. Or whatever weapon you prefer. Fuck off. Nope. Not interested in playing with the doggos. Yeah, I'm very happy about my setup. Playing Xbox versions always is better because those are less glitchy. You know, I think that most people have problems with playing like Underworld because they were playing using mouse and keyboard. And the PC port has atrocious control scheme for mouse and keyboard. I'm not gonna lie, it's like the worst of the trilogy. And that's one of the reasons why people have a lot of issues with it. Also because ever since Crystal took over, the Xbox ports are like the best looking because they always received a lot of money from Microsoft. And the ports have bugs which you never encounter on any other version than PC. And that concludes time trial for Peru, for Lost Valley. And now we're gonna get over to... I love how this game loads up so quickly. Tumaqualapec is tricky. Let's try it though. I mean, honestly, every single... Stop using the fucking shotgun. Lara, please. Why does she have shotgun chose as the first weapon? I don't even use it. Makes no sense, but I think it's a bug because it happens when I do time trials on PC. So every games ever since Crystal took over, I prefer to play them on the gamepad, especially on the Xbox gamepad. Those games look the best on Xbox and they play the best on Xbox. It just shows where the money came from. Because if I understand correctly, every single Tomb Raider port ever made when Crystal took over was primarily made for Xbox, and every other version is like a port done by a third-party studio, which kind of shows. I mean, classics, I've got to have a keyboard. Fuck off. Gamepads, I can't use them, pardon my French. But if it comes to any Crystal game, I prefer gamepad over PC and keyboard any day. Here we go. I'm not fond of the PlayStation controller. I'm probably in the minority, but I really prefer the Xbox controller over the PlayStation. I mean, I've never had the PlayStation 5 controller, and I noticed that it has a different shape. So it might be that it plays a lot better. Yeah, same here. I can't even imagine playing classics on the gamepad. When I see Laurie and others playing like rap, playing classic Tomb Raider on the controller, especially on the PlayStation controller, it's like, what the hell is wrong with you people? Why are you damaging yourselves? Like, it's painful. I try to do it. I mean, I try to play some of the classics using some sort of app that allows you to remap it and just play it like the original PlayStation. I couldn't bear it. It was just so bad. Oh sure, let's die here. It's not like I'm on time trial or anything like it, right? Yeah, the camera here, it's just wonderful. It's funny because it's the only jump I could do better on the keyboard than on the gamepad. Every other is fine, but because of the camera and because suddenly the control scheme begins to be contextual towards the camera, it's just like, yeah, fuck off. Yeah, I know I'm hurt. Whatever. Is a time trial, not whining baby? Yeah, sure, whatever. Nope. Not playing fetch with you. Oh, for crying out loud. Every time I avoid the dino, I get hurt by the dart. And they never touch me if I kill the dino. Fine. Piss off, you useless crap. And see, I jumped the same way and they didn't touch me. The game is like cheating against you. That's for sure. Yeah, but the Xbox version has like the best shaders and lighting effects. I don't want to recover, I want her to drop. Why is there no option to drop from a failed grab? No, don't drop it. Yeah, I played the classics only on PC. I've never had PlayStation 1 or 2, so I had no chance of playing them in any other platform. So that's probably why. I can just punch through them effortlessly. I just don't even look at the keyboard because I have it, like, it's at this point, the amount of times I played classic Tomb Raiders, it's like muscle memory, which button I press when. But if I had to do the keyboard, I would have to learn it. I mean, if I had to use the gamepad, I would have to learn the game all over because it does not give me the same amount of precision, especially when there is an analog stick involved. It's a big no-no for me. Well, the difference with classic... Oh, for crying out loud, Lara. Why? Why are you taking my precious time? I still have to run out of this place when everything's falling apart. But that's the thing. What's the point of using a gamepad if the game does not support sensibility? Like, if it doesn't have, like, sensitivity to how strong you press something, what's the point of using a gamepad? I mean, the reason why I'm playing these games on the gamepad, because they give me the precision of movement. Because if I press lightly on the analog sticks, you can move very slowly. If I press it all the way, if I push it all the way down, it gives the highest speed. Can you drop dead? Thank you. So I just, D-pad is located at the very wrong place for me to actually reliably play it. I've been recently playing Silent Hill 2 on Xbox, and it uses D-pad, and I'm like, who made D-pad workable here? It makes no sense. So if anyone asks me, D-pad is not reliable to playing 3D games for me, but it's just maybe me. I know it doesn't differ from the arrows on the PC, but still, I just can't. Oh, fudge. You know what's funny? Oh my god, I'm just fucking this up. I'm gonna fail this time trial. This is the first one I'm gonna fail. I played like almost the entirety of the game. And I don't wanna... Yeah, fine. Fall off, you piece of crap. Yeah, sure, why don't you just drop it? The way Lara behaves in this game is just like, ugh. By the way, out of curiosity, our creators, are you gonna play it just casually or any particular reason? Just kidding. Oh yeah, I made it. Alright. I think our creators went to work. No matter. Goodbye. Have a nice death. What did you just do? I'm not dying here. Oh god, I've got only 3.5 minutes. Hurry, Lara, hurry. Now I'm rushed. Now I'm really feeling rush. Yeah, 3 minutes is plenty of time. I'll even waste all my med packs at this point. So look, there's anything that can take portions of my life. Oh, thanks for following, Solid Sun. Welcome in. Whoop. Don't tell me I have to complete the quick time events to complete it. Oh crap, I have to. Alright. Fine, let's do it. Let's kick his ass. Nice kick in the face. Brilliant. There you go. Nice and ass kicked. Yeah, please. Oh, I've done the entire Peru. Nice. Not sure about the Greece though, because Greece is such a pain in the arse. Fuck it, at least I'll do... Do I need to do them in order? Because Tomb of Tehokan is so quick. Tomb of Tehokan is so quick to complete. It's just ridiculous. Too far. I'm so funny. The pun was so intended. Oh, Pierre, you little bug. Oh crap, that was a close one. That's done with the crocodiles. And now we can move to the more useful stuff. Like prepping to resolve the riddle, shall we? No, not quite. Ah, crocs are so cute. They're so incapable of actually attacking you. Crocodiles are the only enemy that actually don't have the opportunity to bite you if you don't do the dodge kill. Like literally the only enemy that can't land a hit when you fail to complete the dodge thing. Isn't it kind of hilarious? Alright, let's do the pressure plates. One here, one on the other side. Nine minutes. Well, actually 8 minutes 50, but who's counting? The game is counting. Let's see. Stop showing me stuff I already know that's happening. Thank you. And now the fastest strategy to actually get out of this pit. Without the need of doing all the traversal on the other walls. Isn't it helpful? Yeah, don't you just love it when the cutscene actually takes your time? I know I do. Fastest way to get out of here. Nice. Favorite spin-off? Oh dear. I generally don't follow spin-offs too much. Like, not speaking Tomb Raider, but talking about any games at all. Yeah, if I have to choose, I'd probably go with Garden of Light. But it's because it's the only one that I actually managed to complete and find people to play with. Other than that, maybe Lara Croft Go. Temple of Osiris, I've never finished it. It kind of felt annoying in terms of like reintroducing enemy from Lara's past, but in a way that it doesn't seem like it's actually reintroducing him. Like it ignored Tomb Raider. Ignored Tomb Raider 4, and I really disliked it. But it's maybe because I'm biased because I absolutely love Tomb Raider 4. Whatever. It's funny because Lara Croft Go is probably the embodiment of what Tomb Raider was supposed to be about, without actually using any of the core mechanics of the game, which is funny. Fuck you. It's funny, I never noticed that these two crosshairs are circling around the enemy. Yeah, made it. That was fast. The game was quite favorable, to be honest. Wow. I thought it was going to take longer, but it didn't. Well, I think I have time for one more replay. I'd say Colosseum is probably like the fastest one. Oh, thanks. I mean, not trying to show off or anything. I just like my casual playthrough, and I'm just rushing a little bit. I normally try to play it a little bit slower, and I prefer to play Tomb Raider slow pace, but I felt like completing these time trials. Oh, that's close. Well, truth be told, my first Egypt playthroughs were atrocious today, but I think it's just because I just jumped from a totally different... Oh shit, wrong direction. It's just because I jumped from a totally different game I was playing earlier today, and I just didn't get the right feel until just played it for a little while. Just didn't get into a proper setup, I guess. I love all this squeaking here. Feels like this wood is about to collapse. By the way, good luck surviving. I mean, having wood survive this long. Whatever. That's funny. Yeah, that's adorable. Stupid cheating monkeys. The one hit me prevented me from actually making the successful dodge. You see, that wasn't very well. I think I'm like hit and miss when it comes to playing this game. Sometimes I nail it, sometimes I just suck. I'm gonna need this and this. Yeah, I said it before, that this version of the game is more complete. Colors are definitely full, and I didn't in any way alter the quality of the picture or anything. Oh, fuck off. Color palette is more full, more vibrant, as you said. It definitely something you notice immediately. That's why I think this is the version of the game that should be showcased. I know it probably doesn't have like the best resolution. I don't know how it looks on stream, but it doesn't have like 1080p, I think. But I think it still looks decent enough to actually showcase it instead of the PC version. And I think PS2 had the same problem with the colors being washed out. Yeah, I think they were like paid to make this game look better than the others. I'm not sure if that's the case, but every single Tomb Raider ever since Crystal Dynamics took over looks better on Xbox than any other platform. Even the PC ports are atrocious. There's something wrong in every single one of them when it comes to PC ports. Either the resolution isn't right or the anti-aliasing, and I'm even talking about the new games. You say it's a little bit dark. Should I alter it? Is it too dark? Because I can configure that. I can adjust the brightness a little bit. I don't think it should affect the colors. Alright, got 5 minutes to punch through this section. Shouldn't be too hard. I mean, I don't think I have further encounters with anything. Oh Christ, I hate this bug. Yeah, Legend is terrible. It's one of the worst Tomb Raider port games to PC. Like, yeah, it looks fine on PlayStation 2 color graphics, but without reshade, it looks washed out as well. Next Gen gives it a little bit more panache when it comes to colors, but that doesn't come without the price of being buggy. Like, literally, it just crashes into Windows and doesn't give a shit whether you think about it. It's just unplayable Next Gen. Which is a shame because Next Gen version could have been good, but it wasn't polished well enough, and I really hate Lara's face. It has so much, it looks like it has so much makeup, and it's so greasy that I just can't bear to look. But that's a problem of the design of the actual graphics on PC. It's just the level choice, there's a design choice they made to make the game look like that. Alright, had 4 minutes to spare almost, so that's good. Okay, I don't have time for another one, to be honest, because I need to take my pupper out. How many levels did I complete in terms of the time trial? So I'm just left with the San Francis Folly and Midas's Palace. Well, I think they're gonna be the biggest annoyances. Oh, it actually saves the completion time. So normally San Francis Folly took me an hour and 46 minutes. Oh, I actually had the brightness brought up a little bit, so it was already a bit brighter than it normally was. But now it probably is very dark. When I go to Croft Manor, it will probably be very, very dark. And Croft Manor is dark by nature. It's probably going to look a lot different. Ark Raiders is probably not going to see a thing. Or it's going to look very, very dark anyway. Well then, you probably didn't see the PS3 HD remasters. I would put the HD part into air quotes because it's not really HD. These are the exact same ports, only Lara's model has been altered a bit to give more polygons to her shoulders, which looks very... It doesn't look good when she's moving them. Like, if you look at it, you probably know what I'm talking about. So I can't say that I really appreciated the PS3 version of those games. I really think the Xbox One is the best looking. I don't think it's too shiny for my taste, but everyone has their own like aesthetics they follow and like, so I'm not gonna say anything about it. It's just like, I think I prefer this version over any PC ports or any other.
Finally, I'll be able to take that hot shower.
Lovely, Lara. We needed to know that. Oh.
Lovely.
Everyone's got their sense of aesthetics. I'm not going to argue with that, but I believe that this one looks the best. I don't remember much about the Xbox, I'm sorry, the PlayStation 3 version, except that it had very terrible frame rate drops. And I don't know what was the reason behind it, but it did not look good, I'm not gonna lie. Take care, Ark Raiders, have a great day at work, and I hope to see you again.
I do hope Winston will be able to start another fire tonight.
Just a sec. If anyone isn't following, I suggest following Ark Raiders. She's also playing a lot of Tomb Raider stuff. From classics to LAU and further down the lane. He's a huge fan, has a lot of collectibles which sometimes are being shown on streams. So always fun to drop by and drop a follow if you're not following Ark Raiders yet. What else do I need to find? Oh, right, I need the bow for the arrow. Funny if you think about it, Lara here is looking for bow and arrow, and after the next game, the game is rebooted and bows and arrows are like the only thing she's using most of the time. Is that foreshadowing already, or was it an accident? I hope it wasn't foreshadowing, because that would have been bad. No. No. Seriously, Laura? That's what you do? Come on. Okay. I'm not gonna do this all over again. I've done this already 3 times. Oh, if I can hit this game at this point. I mean, yeah, it's lovely that she jumped to a point and she's supposed to grapple, but the grapple decides not to work. And you have to do everything all over again.
I wish I hadn't had to do that.
I wish I didn't have to listen to that. Oh, nice. I wonder what's the principle of this riddle if this is not part of the mechanism. Oh, there's something written on it, but I can't read it. Doesn't make any sense. Right, screw it. I need to finish the playthrough because I need to take my pupper out. But yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. I really enjoyed this playthrough. I enjoyed actually trying myself with the time trials. I haven't played them in years, so it went better than I was actually hoping for. But that actually went really, really well. I enjoyed it very much. Oh, I haven't seen that trailer for a long time either. Oh, I have to watch this now because it's so good. No, that trailer was really good. It's funny because I think it's the trailer still for the PC version or the PlayStation 2 version. Might be wrong here, but yeah, I think it looks like the... Cool. Okay. That's not the PS2. Maybe it was a PC version. It looked like a mix of something. It didn't look like the Xbox version, to be honest. Not all of the footage. This trailer was weird. I mean, the CGI, awesome, spot on. That's how I would love to see Lara today. But when it comes to the live game footage, it was kind of weird. Anyway, need to finish off, so thank you for joining me on my today's endeavor with Tomb Raider Anniversary. Soon you'll be able to find the VOD for this if you haven't seen everything on YouTube just as well. If you don't like to watch things on Twitch VOD, there's no monetization, so don't worry about the atrocious commercials outside of the normal ones. I'm not doing any monetizing on YouTube anyway. It's just an archiving video place. I am setting up a raid to someone who's actually tackling Tomb Raider for the first time, actually Tomb Raider Unfinished Business, and then hopefully is going to move on to Tomb Raider 2, also for the first time. I'm very curious to how he's going to do it, so without further ado, I'm setting up a raid.
Warning. Self-destruct sequence has been initiated. Warp core overload in 4 minutes, 55 seconds. There will be no further audio warnings.
Say hello to Shaky JK, guy. I think he's from Australia, but I'm not 100% sure. He's UK Canadian, but I'm not sure where he's living at the moment, so it's not something I can answer 100%. But the dude's awesome. He has an awesome approach to Tomb Raider and is very fun to watch. I've been watching his playthrough of Tomb Raider 1 and it was very, very good. He's actually very entertaining. So say hello from me. I will try to drop by before I take over my pupper. Thanks for today, and I will see you next time. And until then, take care of yourselves.